All right. So in last class, we got introduced that how one can create conditional macro programs. So one step ahead of the same conditional macro programs, let us understand the same thing through a business scenario now. It's telling here to generate frequency reports for all order types or a specific order type. So in this, we'll be writing a macro program where we can pass on the partial statements within the macro while calling or some values while calling. So how it is, that's what the scenario is. So we'll understand this through a frequency report. So here they are telling here that we are going to use an input data source called orion.order underscore fact, and the data analysis to be done for the year 2011 from 1st Jan to 31st December. So we're going to write a macro program that we are going to generate the report for all the order types and only for order type 3, which is internet order. Okay, so that's what it's telling. We are going to generate frequency report for all order types or for any specific report as per the requirement. Either it is a retail type of report, or you want a catalog report, or you want an internet type of report, which is order type 3, or order type 1, which is equivalent to retail, and order type 2 means catalog business. Okay, fine. So understanding this scenario now, we are going to see how to process complete statements. Now we are example is insert individual statements into your proc steps. So we are writing say proc frequency, where we are creating a macro called count, which is having the keyword or key parameters. Okay, so with this type, comma start, comma stop. So these are the parameters for it, and some initial values. For type, there is no initial value. Within this count, you are writing a procedure of frequency where you are using to subset the data between the dates, ampersand start and ampersand stop for order date. Tables, you are going to analyze the numeric variable quantity. Title, you are providing telling orders from start date to stop date, which is your macro variables, which you have given as parameter list. Then you're giving a condition telling. Now, this is the report where you are creating the observations for all the type of orders, or you want to create the report for any specific type of order as per the business requirement, but the code is ready for you. Okay. So you are giving a partial statement with a value which is missing. So what are you telling? If ampersand type, you have not provided any value. So what is ampersand type? It's again a parameter. That means whatever the type value you will be passing on later on while calling. So this is while calling. Okay. So just understand the code. It's very simple. So it's telling if ampersand type is not providing any value, person then do give title as or title 2 as from all order types. Why it's title 2? Because title 1 you are providing order is from a specific date to a specific date, which is start date and a stop date. And this end is for this then do. Else do title 2 should be for order type ampersand type only. Where same. Now this where same, I hope you remember, if we write multiple where in the same program, it may give you the result for the recent where statement which got executed. But we want the earlier where also to be executed, and it's an augmentation with the earlier where, that it should keep this also and it should work with this, that it should subset the data for order type which is ampersand type, so that you get the report only for specific type of orders. Okay, and run is for this proc freq run, and count. So you have created a macro of count. Now while calling, you are writing options mprint mlogic. Now you know what mprint mlogic is, right? So while calling, you call it with a null parenthesis, which is with this default values. So this is one call, and the second call would be as per your business requirement, that your analyst or your business reporting people are looking for the report for only order type is 3. So while calling, you call count order type equal to 3. Okay, so now let's see how the result comes for both the call of macro.
Ashwini, I
So
have
when,
one question.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Yeah. As you said, like it's generally if you write two where statement, the last one generally it takes, right? But we want here both statements where the
Hmm.
first one and the second one. So when we want the second one also no, to execute, what we have to do? Where same.
Yeah, it's. I hope you
We
remember
have
it
to
was a
read
keyword. It's
same.
telling that along with the earlier where, this
Mm,
should also be executed. Along with this, it should come with this also. So it should not
okay.
overwrite with
Okay.
this. It should have the dates between this date and that date to be subsetted. Along with it, it should also subset your data for order type equal to whatever the value you pass on while calling.
Okay. So we have to write where same. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
so this is a keyword where same. So this where
Mm-hmm.
is same as earlier. Along with this also, it should
And order
subset.
type is equal to. Okay. Got it.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Moving ahead. One sec. So see now, while calling this ampersand count with null parenthesis, see, because of M logic, you're an imprint of count. Because of imprint, you could see the program has started execution, but because of imprint, it's telling beginning execution. So it's telling parameter type value is you have not provided any value while calling. You see why? Because you are using this as per the default parameter list, and within your program you have no value passed. Here also there is no value. Hence it's telling it's a missing value. For type there is no value. Hence it's telling type value is resolving to missing. Whereas parameter is your start, which is a macro variable. When we know a macro program is written with a macro variable, we term it as parameter. Hence, the same keyword is telling start value is resolving to 1st Jan 2011 is the same value which you have passed on while creating your macro with a parameter list. Same for stop 31st December 2011. Now it's telling your proc frequency has been started executing for this input data source orient.order file. Now your first where is subset the data for order date between start ampersand start date and ampersand end date. So what is the start date? 1st Jan 2011 and this end date is this. So analysis variable is quantity. First title is telling orders from this date to this date. Okay. Within the program, you have this condition statement. So a condition statement is was specifying that if your order type is missing, see, if your order type is missing, then do title 2. Hence, it's telling if your condition, your if condition because of M logic, see this was all M print, which was telling about proc and because of M logic, it's telling the logic which you have provided in your program for this condition that if condition ampersand type is missing. So yes, while calling, we did not pass on the value. Hence, this condition is true. Therefore, it will work with which title. So the very first title 2. So it is not going to work on this title 2, but it will work on this title 2, which is for all order types. Hence, only this will get execute the title 2 for all order types. Hence, they have highlighted. This is highlighted. Why? Because your type is missing. So while calling also you have called or in the data, it's have missing value. Hence, you'll get the report generated for your data between 1st and 96 for analysis variable quantity. You'll get the report for all the type of orders. And at the end, it's telling M logic count and execution is over. Okay, so this is how it works with your condition statement with parse or not giving the any values, that is the incomplete or processing some statements which are complete with individual statements with your proc step. Now let's see how it's executing when we call it with a parameter list of 3. So when you call this macro with type equal to 3, same thing is goes. Okay, same thing when it comes to your condition telling if condition is ampersand type is missing. So this statement within the program is false. Why? Because you have called your type value with 3. Hence it is working with the title, which was this title, because this is false because the value is 3. So this title 2 will not execute, but it will work on this title 2 and also with this, where along with your dates, it will subset your data for order type 3. So that's what it's telling here. So see, it is telling here that your data is passed on the values with your where also. So see, it's highlighted where, same, and order type 3. So look at this, where order date is greater than equal to 1st Jan 2011 and order date less than equal to 31st December 2011 and order type 3. So along with your first order type, order date, which is with your where statement to subset your data, along with this criteria of your order type 3, it is going to subset the data for order type 3 and generate the report only for order type 3 between this date and this date. Hence the frequency report is only showing you with 40 observations. And this is what it's telling now. Execution of your macro has been end. Got it? So this is how your conditional statements you can provide in your code within your procedures also. All right. Now let's understand how one can insert individual statements in data step. Okay, so here it was about inserting individual statements within proc step. Now we'll see the same example but within data step now. Okay, so now the example here is about the program where you are going to create a macro cast with a parameter place. You are creating this parameter telling percent rate places, percent upcase for ampersand place. So you are creating a data set customer from orient.customer and you are subsetting this on the basis of the value of US. If the place value is US, then subset your data for that country is US. See, here the where statement is your base SAS statement, hence US is in quotes. But here, this is your macro statement percent if, hence US is not given in quotes, remember. Okay, so macro statements, wherever you are subsetting the value, those values character are not given in quotes, but they are case sensitive. But here, this is your base SAS statement. Hence, it's putting the quotes and this is a data value. All right. Okay. You are keeping this some variables end. Now this end is for this condition. Otherwise, what are you telling us? Else do if the country value is not equal to US, you are creating a new variable location, of course keeping some variables, location variable name and its attributes, and you're telling if country is AU, then location should be Australia and so on. Okay.
Are we,
And
Ashwini, are we creating a location new
new
variable?
variable. Yes.
But in keep it is all okay. Location is already there.
Now this is a new keep.
Okay.
This new keep is on this new condition. If the value is not equal to US for country. Are you getting it?
Yeah. Okay.
Hence, it's like this. So
In keep statement, we are directly creating location variable.
we are keeping it, and here you are giving a length statement to provide its length. Hence, length for location is this, and depending on this criteria of country, you are telling it to create location variable with these values.
Okay.
Because this is what the country values you have in your data, and it should create a new variable location where this DE should be read as Germany, IL should be read for column location as Israel, TR it should be read as a column location as Turkey, and so on. So it's a full form of this codes with a new column location. All right, understood?
Yeah.
So it's creating a data. So depending on how you call a value. Okay. So now see, when you call this cast.
Ashwini, I just have one question. Like whenever we are giving else if, so there is no such thing like these many times we can give. We can give number of times else if.
Depends on your business scenario.
Yeah, that's what. No, here.
What are your
Given
conditions?
many
Yes.
times, so I'm asking. So we
Yeah.
can
So
give many
why
times.
it's coming many times? Because Understand the code now. You are actually telling SAS that in case if you are subsetting this data, see what is this? You are creating a data set customers depending on country values. So
Hmm.
in case you want to generate a data for customer with US, then you give the criteria. But if your data is not equal to US, then create this customer list with this values.
Hmm. That's what I'm
Okay.
just
Yeah,
checking. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's all on your business requirement. So it's in your hand or it's in your way of writing the program technique that either you want to use if then or you can use select when. Any which one you can use it later on. All right. I know this. I didn't know this mouse has become very sensitive. Just few seconds. All right. All right. Now see. Now you're calling it. Now see how you're calling it. You're first calling with percent cust value as US. Now while calling C, you're giving in small case. Why? Because in your program, you have already given it with a function upcase to be read for ampersand place. Are you getting it now? Understood? See, you're calling with small case US with a parameter list. Are you all with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashwini, thinking what you're
I'm
saying.
also saying yeah, you were giving US capital there, na, upcase, and calling it
Yeah,
small case. So that's what I was
Of course,
thinking.
it will
yeah,
work,
same
correct?
thing.
Hmm.
It will work,
So,
right? So this is a
mm,
data value. Hence, while calling, you're calling in small case, but while calling in small case, it's a macro. Therefore, you're telling upcase ampersand place. So of course, a small a US will be read as upcase US. Okay, so now look at here. See, when you called it, it's telling parameter place, value is small case US. So it's telling percentage variable name is place. Hence, in your data, it's telling you're creating a data set customer. Set orient.customer. It's telling if condition is ampersand place is upcase US. Is it true? Yes, it's true. Why? Because you have called with US, but now you have used this upcase function with percentage. Therefore, it's true. So it's telling it will subset your data on country equal to US, which is from your data set. If this variable and a new data set created with 28 observations, and it has subsetted the new data with this criteria from your input data with orient.customer. So a new
okay,
data
got
set
it.
work.customers has 28 observations and 3 variables. Understood now?
Yeah, I think we created macro with small US, I think, Meena. And in that, uh, can you go back, Ashwini, in that
It's there
code?
now, it's there. It's percent let statement is there in this. See,
Yeah.
immediately here you are creating this macro variable place,
Mm-hmm.
which is upcase ampersand place.
Emphasis,
So this
yeah.
ampersand
So
place
while
means nothing
calling,
but
yes,
parameter.
yes, it should be like small US then.
Yes. So
Small
it
letter.
depends, like because the code might have been developed by some other analyst. So while
Mm.
calling some other, sometimes the upper end or a senior manager levels, they may call this program. So they may just know how to call the program of base SAS. They may not know much of detail of the programmings. But the program is developed by you as analysts. So therefore you have given this in within the program itself, you have given this situation to make it into upcase, because while calling, the person may call it as upcase or lowcase. So let's on a safer hand give this technique within the program, so there won't be any error or there won't be any data which you not be able to fetch in, because the end user of the report, maybe the manager levels who are taking some decisions on the report, may not understand what might have happened, because they're not technical savvy or they might not have a depth knowledge of SAS. So you as a developer analyst, you had created this course. So on a better or a safer side, always give this. Okay. Hence, while calling, they called it in small case. So though it's a small case, but to safer side, you have given this percentage for variable place with upcase to be read. Hence, it's telling it is replacing like this. Hence, it's true. Why it's true? Because you have called with US and it's subsetting your data, hence the table is created.
Yeah.
All right.
So instead of like small case US, if we give capital US,
That
we
is
will get
also
same
fine.
result, right?
You will get the same result.
Okay.
No worries. All right.
Mhm.
Now let's see when you're calling the same program with the value as international. Now you know in your data of customer, there is no country value as international, correct? But now see how it works, because now you are telling within your data step, you had this condition ampersand places US. This condition is false. Now why we are getting this message? Because of M logics. So where country is not equal to US? Yes. So if your first where is false, that is country is equal to US, therefore in your program you have given subset the data where country is not equal to US, keep these columns in the new data set. You are creating a new variable location so that it will subset the data or all these country values. And on this codes of country, you are creating a new column location where this code will be now will read with the whole country name. And hence you are creating a new data set customers with country values other than USA. Got it? So now it's telling this is like this, and the new data set customers will have 49 observations, but these customers are not US based. So these are non-US customers. All right.
Okay. Can we see all these like programming like SAS Studio or?
Yes, we have this code. It's
Okay.
5D03. So you can
Mm.
always open this code and run. So you have 5D02 also, which we had discussed earlier. So moving
Okay.
ahead into your studio. So let's work. So you can also open
Mm.
5D02 and 5D03. Lesson 5 of macro. So once my studio start, even I'll do the same demonstration. Right. So I'll start connecting my data sets of Orion for macro. Okay, so let's work out. So within macro, we have lesson 5D02. It's code lesson 5D02. So we have D02. So see, it's a count with frequency procedure, same code. So let's execute it. One without any type value and one with type value. So this is for all the type of your orders, and this is for only order type 3. Now pay attention. I have this, okay. Now what I will do is, I will call this count with a value of 2. Now understand, I'm executing this count. So see, order type is only for 2. Now 2 is for catalog sale, correct? So this is my frequency for quantity report, and it is when my order type is 2, which is a catalog sale between the date 1st Jan to 31st December 2011. So let's check your log. Now because of M logics, and mprint, I could see this program. So I called my macro with a count value, or sorry, count macro with a type value as 2. So because of mlogic, it's telling beginning of your macro program has execution started. Your parameter value for type is 2. Your start and stop date is this. It started executing your proc because of mprint. You can see the program is executing. So it's telling we are working on this data. Okay, so it's where statement in proc where you are subsetting your data with date values. Table is quantity for analysis. First title is orders from first your start date and end date. Your condition is if condition ampersand type is missing. So is this currently ampersand type when you called? So when you called is called with value 2. So is this statement true?
No.
No. Hence it's telling because of M logic, your this condition is false. Now because this condition is false, look at your program, you had given this else statement. So what was this else statement? It should not give title with all order type, but it should work with title 2, which is order type with ampersand type only. Now in your data, you have called it for type value as 2. Hence title 2 is coming to an effect with the second statement because your condition is not for ampersand type, which is missing, but it is passing on the value for 2. Hence title 2 is telling for orders type 2 only. Now this type 2 is coming because in your program you had provided ampersand type. Got it? Hence it's resolving the value. And of course, along with this where criteria, it will also subset your data for order type 2. So if you want to check what is this order type 2, it's a column in your data set. So it's order fact data, correct? So on which we are working. So this is your order fact table. So if you check this order fact table, you have this column called order type. So this is all the information about orders placed by the customers. See order type is the column. So one type means it's a retail type of purchase or order placed. 2 means it's a catalog type of order placed, and 3 means it is the order placed via internet. All right. Hence, in the program, this column is subsetting with all the values with order clause 2. And because you have used this a special where statement with the keyword where same, hence is telling the note where clause has been augmented. That means along with your earlier where, this where is also been updated and it's going to subset your data on the two criterias with this order date to be subsetted between this date and first date and last date, that is start and stop date. And of course, along with this, it is also going to subset your data for order type equal to 2.
Okay.
Hence, 19 rows have been processed. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so if we want to waste more than like 2 where statements we want to keep in our that coding.
Yes.
Every time we have to write where same and that
Yes.
condition. I mean, okay.
Yes. And then at the end, its execution stopped. So hence the result is telling this is your common title 1 and title 2 is executing as per your type values. And this is the result only for type 2, where quantity 1, 2, 3. So again, if you check the column, you have a column called quantity. So here you have the column quantity. So it's the quantity that what quantity it is. So it's the frequency of quantity count of your data. So the frequency of one quantity is 8. This is so much and it's
How many
percentage.
times? Yeah.
Got it? Again, now when I call this type with a value of 1, I simply call it. So it will generate a report for order type equal to 1, which is retail type of data. So this is the quantity. So retail, there is 6 type of quantities and its frequencies. So when you check your log now, so it's telling you have called this macro with type equal to 1. So your type value is 1. Hence, it's telling the condition which was in your program, if condition which was ampersand type missing is false. See, hence your order 2 will work. And along with your first start date and end date, the order type value is equal to 1 is subsetting your data, and this is total number of values on subsetting is 89, it's reading, and it's giving the frequency report on quantity. All right.
Yes.
So you can open this code D02 and you can also try it out. Once you do this, then we'll work out with D03. Meena, I hope now you're fine with this. Any
Yeah,
doubts, any questions?
I'm opening the studio. I'm just
Good, good, good.